I got to dawn, untapped at the end of the turn. Where's Luffy? In my motherfucking surge. I be sailing like a motherfucking boat. I be sailing like my pirate dog. Flamingo. 2 dawn means I'm countering for 4. Cardi Kaizoku knocking at your door. Subscribe.
Cardi Kaizoku.
This video is sponsored by Sleeve Chief. Their new elite color sleeves are out now. Oh baby. Use code CARDKaizoku for 5% off your order. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Subscribe to Patreon every day.
Hey guys, this is my OP07 Blue DOFLAMINGO deck breakdown. This is actually the first time I've ever played Blue DOFLAMINGO on my channel. That's because I used to be a Zoro main and this guy always countered my deck, so I kinda just hate him. But I thought now that Zoro's been out of meta for long enough, maybe it's time to finally play this deck and learn what he does.
So Blue DOFLAMINGO is a mono blue leader with 5000 power and 5 starting life. His leader ability reads Dawn times 2 when attacking for 1 Dawn. Reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a 7 Warlords of the Sea type character with a cost of 4 or less, you may play that card rested. So yeah, essentially his leader ability lets you cheat out a character for 3 Dawn. All of your 4 cost characters become 3 Dawn and they come from the top of your deck, so it's essentially like drawing you a card to play as well. So it's very card advantage positive. And it's great for the early to mid game as you're cheating out a bunch of 4 cost 5k or 6k attacking bodies who also have pretty strong on-play effects too, so you get a lot of benefit out of that too. And yeah, the deck just revolves around how to best utilize this leader ability while also fitting in other strong plays with the rest of your remaining Dawn for the turn. So we just jump into the deck list. For EB01 Edward Weevil, 4 cost 6k power but no counter. But yeah, one of the better things to cheat out with your leader ability, because on play he draws a card. So we mentioned that the leader ability is essentially drawing a card to play a character from the top of your deck. This gives you 1 card more on top of that, and he's a 6k body too, being a vanilla stat line. He does mess up your 3 cost DOFLAMINGO and Perona, like rearranging of the top high cards of your deck kind of plays, because normally what you would do is play Perona, set up the top card to be the next card you draw, and then the next card would be a card that you cheat out with your leader ability, and then draw, and then leader ability. If Weevil is the card that you put to cheat out as the second card, you do have to be mindful of that, because then it'll go card you draw, and then the Weevil you cheat out, and then the card that Weevil draws, and then another card that you would draw the turn after, and then your next leader ability target. So yeah, just be a little careful of that. Then we have 3 cost Don Quixote DOFLAMINGO. He's a 4k power blocker. And then what he does for the deck is on play, you can look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck, and then you can return them to the top or bottom of your deck in any order. Most of the times you'll put it back on top, unless you like have a horrible top 5. And then this will just help you set up your leader ability. You're not having to hope to get it blind and hit something nice. But I will admit that in emergency situations, you can just hit your leader ability blind. You'll hit more often than not, but when you don't hit, it does feel pretty bad. So yeah, DOFLAMINGO just helps make that more consistent for you. And he's a blocker too, so he's great to stall if you need it. We also have OP01 Perona. 1 cost, does the same thing as DOFLAMINGO, but not a blocker. It's just great to fit into any turn that you need to rearrange the top cards of your deck for. Right, if you're going second, you can guarantee your leader ability targets with 4 Dawn, right? 1 Dawn for Perona, and then 2 Dawn attached to your leader, and 1 Dawn to activate your leader ability. For OP02 Gecko Moria, it's just the vanilla that you can cheat out with your leader ability, so it's just a very efficient stat line. 1 OP03 Usopp, 4 cost 5k power. So this is more just for the meme. It's like only for the meme actually. Rush Usopp. It gives you a rush option that your opponent may not expect, but it's not consistent because you only run it as a 1 of. And it's not consistent for the deck either because he's not a 7 Warlords type character, so you can't cheat him out with your leader ability. But just having it in your hand as like a pocket unexpected extra attack for a turn can throw off your opponent, because literally no one's expecting this, but it can win you the game. 2 OP05 Kaido, 10 cost 12k power. On play, if your opponent has 3 or less life, draw you 4 cards. This is just a late game to refill your hand, since everything else in the deck is like 4 cost or lower. Against other aggro decks, you probably never play this, so it might become a brick in hand, but against like slow decks like Enel and Black Yellow Luffy, stuff like that, this Kaido does help. You'll drop it and then you'll draw 4 cards and then he's a 12k body himself afterwards. 3 OP06 Charlotte Pudding, 4 cost 4k power. Then on play, your opponent returns all the cards in their hand to their deck, shuffles their deck, and then draws a new hand of 5 cards. This is very, very disruptive, one of the best disruptive blue cards, especially against decks like Black Yellow Luffy and Lucci and Enel, decks that like to have large hand sizes. Pudding really throws a wrench in their plans. They'll like filter their hands for like key combo pieces. You play Pudding, they have to return it all and then shuffle, draw 5 cards. Maybe they lose their Gecko Moria they had in hand or something like that. But at the end, this is a little RNG because they could return their hand and then draw back 3 Gecko Morias in their new 5 card hand. But yeah, statistically, I still think it's in your best interest to hit them with the Pudding when you can. Because at the end of the day, they're still down cards too, right? If they had like a 9 card hand, Pudding got rid of 4 cards, even if they did get 3 Gecko Morias in the end. And that's not what happens every time you play Pudding, by the way. So yeah, that's just my like nightmare scenario with Pudding. It's happened to me before. And there's also instances where like your opponent bricks and you play Pudding and then it actually fixes their hand. But yeah, those are like fringe scenarios. Pudding, 99% of the time, will be a net positive for you in disrupting their hand. 4 OP07 Crocodile, a 4 cost 5k power attacker on play for 1 Dawn. You can return a 2 cost or lower character to the owner's hand. Most of the time you'll be bouncing your own Perona with this effect so that you can replay it and then set up your leader abilities for the next 2 or 3 turns again. But yeah, other than that, he himself is a 2k counter, so it's great if you draw him, and then if you cheat him out with your leader ability, he's a 5k attacker. So just flexible guy all around. 4 OP07 Jinbei, 4 cost 5k power, and then on play, play up to 1 4 cost or lower 7 rollers type character from your hand, other than another Jinbei. One of the strongest additions to the deck in OP07, this is why people are looking at DOFLAMINGO more in like a competitive sense. This card pretty much brought him back into everyone's periphery. Because yeah, essentially he cheats out a second body for you, anything in your deck. And then if you get him off your leader ability, that's 2 bodies, right? You'll play the Jinbei out from your top of your deck, rested, and then you'll play one of the 4 cost 7 rollers in your hand out as well. So yeah, just really great at swarming the board, gives DOFLAMINGO a lot of pressure. And it's kind of needed because there's so much removal now. So you just have to play more bodies than your opponent can remove. 4 OP07 Trafalgar Law, 4 cost 4k power, 2k counter, and then activate main. You may return this character to its owner's hand. If your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, they place 1 card from the hand to the bottom of their deck. So yeah, just another 4 cost 7 rollers we can play from the top of our deck. He's a 2k counter too. And then he's great into the big hand decks like Enel, Lucci, and Black Yellow Luffy, because again, like what his card says, you can bounce it back to your hand. Your opponent has to bottom deck one of the cards, getting rid of 1 card in their hand. And then you might think that losing a body on board like that is not great, but at the end of the day, since he's a 2k counter, you're just essentially drawing an extra 2k counter, which is still great in the end. It might actually be better since he's a 4k stat line. If you cheat him out rested, it's really easy to kill him, so might as well get more value out of him by bouncing him back to your hand. 2 OP07 Boa Hancock, 6 cost 8k power on play. Up to 1 of your opponent's characters other than a Monkey D. Luffy cannot attack until the end of their next turn. Then you can place a 1 cost or less character on the bottom of its owner's deck. So yeah, there's people who don't run this card at all. I still want to run it. I'm still testing. Again, this is my first time playing DOFLAMINGO since OP01. So yeah, let me get my hours in, I guess. But yeah, since it's a Boa card, I want to run it. But it's still a strong card, right? The reason that it's debatable is because people could go either way on running this or not. Because yeah, being an AK stat line is a strong stat line to be at. It's hard to bottom deck with Red Purple Law. Being 6 costs is great too. It's hard for Lucci to KO unless they run a lot of Kakus. Lucci can't KO it as easily because leader ability from Lucci and then the stage card only brings her to 3. Lucci, the 4 cost Lucci kills a 2 cost max. And yeah, just being outright able to prevent something from attacking is strong too. For setting up your own lethal turns. Because you'll get to the point where you have to decide whether you have to play out defense or just try to kill your opponent before they can kill you. Boa is great in that scenario. You'll freeze a big attacking character that you don't have the counter for. Because yeah, her stun freeze is regardless of cost, you can stun any cost character. So if they have like a 10 cost Big Mom, she can't attack. And then you just try to kill them before they kill you after that. Or at least that's one way you could use this Boa. Because regardless of that, she's still an AK attacker, so it's great value for you. For starter deck 3, Gecko Moria, 4 cost 5k power, 1k counter. On play, add up to 1/7 Rulers of the Sea or Thriller Bark Pirates type characters with a cost of 4 or less other than Gecko Moria from your trash to your hand. So this card helps you recycle a lot of your 2k counters and even your like blocker Doflamingos to set up more leader ability turns. It's just great to get this guy out from your leader ability, pick up a 2k, and then yeah, just a lot of card advantage. It's essentially drawing you an extra card for the turn on top of your leader ability, essentially drawing you an extra card, so kind of like Weevil, except it's more targeted. For starter deck 3, Jakul Mihawk, 4 cost 5k power, 2k counter, and then Dawn times 1 when attacking, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from your hand. Just a solid option to cheat out or keep in hand is 2k counter, and his card effect helps you cycle out your hand. Sometimes in that aggro matchup where I mentioned that Kaido is a dead card in hand, you could just attack with Mihawk with the Dawn attached and then get those 2 Kaidos out, replace it with 2 other cards in your deck that are more useful. 1 OP02 Gum Gum Rain, 0 cost, and then on counter you can trash a card from your hand. Your leader or up to one of your characters gets plus 3000 power for this battle. Then trigger, return up to 1 character with the cost of 2 or less to the owner's hand. This card, I kind of want to cut it, but since I have it in all of the footage included in this video, I just put it in the deck breakdown, but I might replace this with another Boa or something, or a Kaido, or like a Perfume Femur, I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like there's not too many non-counter cards in this deck anyway, so I don't really need this kind of effect. But yeah, it's here to turn your Boas, your Kaidos, your Rush Usops, your Weevils into 3k counter if you need it. 4 OP06 Gravity Blade Raging Tiger, 7 costs. I hate this card, but that's why I'm running it. So on main, you can place up to 2 6 cost or less characters in any order on the bottom of their owner's deck. This handles a lot of the meta at the moment, right? It ruins Black Yellow Luffy's recursive combos. You bottom deck the Sabos and stuff, they can't replay it. It messes up Lucci too. You bottom deck the 4 cost Lucci, the Rebecca's and stuff, they can't replay it with Gecko Moria from the discard. It absolutely destroys Purple Luffy. Everything in his deck can be dealt with this card. And Purple Luffy isn't cheating out 2 characters, they're playing out 2 characters with the 10 Dawn that they have, so they can't really recover as easily. Which is why I hate this card, because I'm a Purple Luffy lover. And it's pretty much essential in the Red Purple Law matchup, because they flood their board a lot quicker than you can, so Gravity Blade helps you even that out a little bit, and it gets rid of their essential pieces in their deck, like the 5 cost kids and stuff. But yeah, against decks like Enel, it's kind of a dead card in hand. But that's where like Mihawks come into play, or that Gum Gum Rain cards. So if you have like a Enel heavy locals or something in your meta, maybe run more Gum Gum Rain to utilize this Gravity Blade a lot more consistently in your deck. Oh, it has a trigger too. You can bottom deck a 5 cost, so yeah, just great whether you have it in hand or as a trigger. And lastly, we have 1 OP07 Perfume Femur. So it's basically blue Diablo Jomb, because it's 2 costs, and then you can give one of your 7 Rollers of the Sea type leaders or characters plus 2000 power. So it's Dawn efficient. It's better than Diablo Jomb actually, because Diablo Jomb doesn't give you power. And then your opponent cannot activate blocker when that selected card attacks. So yeah, you can swing 15k unblockable. Diablo Jomb is 14k max. This is just a surprise factor, right? When you're cheating out multiple bodies going aggro, your opponent may go down to 0 life, and at that point, no matter how many blockers they play, they're not safe because you can swing 15k with your leader. And it has a trigger, draw you a card, so yeah, just no downsides at all to having this card in your deck. But a little inconsistent because we only run it as a 1 of, which is a ratio I still have to like figure out. But for now, I'm just running it as a 1 of. For starting hands, I like these cards, so you'll need your blocker Doflamingos and your Peronas to set up your leader abilities. These are cards that are great to play in your early turns, on your like 1 Dawn turn, 3 Dawn turn. And then the combo pieces I like to keep in hand that I don't cheat out with my leader ability are like Jinbei into Weevil. This is one of the strongest 4 Dawn plays you have. They're great to get off your leader ability too, by the way, but yeah, just having them in hand, like on your 7 Dawn turn where you can use your leader ability to cheat something out and then play Jinbei and Weevil after that. That's 3 bodies out, and if that top card from your deck happens to be a Jinbei, it potentially could be 4 bodies out on 1 turn for 7 Dawn. But yeah, just Jinbei gives you an extra body for the turn, and Weevil draws you a card, and he's a big body. He's bigger than the other 4 cost 5ks in your deck. That's why I like him, and he draws you a card too. And then having Gecko Moria's out is pretty nice for like recycling cards. He's great to cheat out with your leader ability too. So let's say he's on the top of your deck on your like 4 Dawn or 5 Dawn turn. So your opponent would have attacked you the turn earlier, you counter with a 2k, you cheat out this Gecko Moria, bring that 2k back to hand, you lose nothing. So is Doflamingo truly good now? Well, he's a lot better than he used to be, but I'll be honest, I still don't think he's like top meta or anything. He loses really hard to Lucci. He still loses to Red Purple Law, I feel. He's kind of good into Black Yellow Luffy. So yeah, like his matchups against the top meta decks is mostly kind of 50-50 or slightly unfavored, and then against Lucci it's like 100% auto loss. So I don't think he'll ever top too highly just because of that fact, just the unfavorable matchups in the meta. But he still remains a very popular leader, especially as of recently. So he's definitely a fan favorite with many Coopers. So I guess I just wanted to know what that felt like. So that's my Blue Doflamingo deck breakdown for OP07. I hope it's not too obvious that this is my first time playing this deck in the 7 sets that this game has been released for. But I did my best effort to try to learn the deck. I think I play it pretty well, actually. So yeah, enjoy the ranked gameplay footage attached at the end of this video. We have Doflamingo versus Red Purple Law. I'm going first, so this is a first double hand. We'll Perona. Draw into another Perona, then we'll cheat out Weevil, who will draw into a 2k. Yeah, pass. Okay, they pass. We'll swing 7 at them. Weevil draws. We'll take. We'll pass. Now let's hope they don't Gordon or Weevil. That would set them back a little bit. 5 at us. I think we'll take. Okay, they might just drop Iron. Yeah, and then Chachi Penguin. Alright, yeah, we keep something on board at least, so that's good. I don't really have a 4-drop play. What's on top? I forgot. Oh well, this is a kind of blind leader ability. Okay, it's Law, which will bounce back to hand. Okay, they countered 3, so I can't bounce with Law. I can still bounce him. We'll make him eat an attack that way, so he's a little bit useful. So 7k with Weevil, play out Perona. So we'll draw Kaido, then we'll cheat out Gecko. That works. These Kaidos are never going to get played in this matchup. Hopefully I can protect my board. I just want to get him to 0 so I can Femur no matter how many blockers he plays. So there's 1. Oh, he doesn't have any power down. That's good for us. So Perona out. Reiju out. Oh, that's not good. That's what I at least wanted to see. 6 at my Law. 6 at him. Okay. Him we save. Counter 1. 6 at my Law, sure. That's like I countered for 2k. 5 at me? Yeah, we'll take. I'm crazy. Okay, so we leader ability here. At them. Out comes Gecko. They block counter 2 here, right? About 6 at you. Counter 2. Gecko into a 2k. We'll pass. Maybe that telegraphing too hard that we have a Femur in hand. That he doesn't want to go to 0. They all Sundayed. They're really digging for a Gordon. Honestly, they kind of don't need it. Okay, 5 at me will counter 1. 5 at me will counter 2. 5 at me will counter 2. These Kaidos are bricks. Bricks, I tell ya. 6 Reiju, we can counter that as well. So we Doflamingo. Okay, finally Gravity Blade, but a little too late now, I think. Unfortunately. Jinbei doesn't do anything for us. We have nothing in hand to play out. Hawkins. Draw. This depends on us getting 7 Warlords from our life. Yeah, sure, we'll do it that way. 7 at them. Hawkins out. Me Hawkins. Me Hawk. I mean. I die on the clapback though, that's the thing. So maybe I have to clear board here. I don't know, maybe he blocks with the kit, lets it go. That'd be nice. I wish Pudding let you pick yourself to shuffle and draw 5 cards anew. Okay, they took that. Okay, another 7 then. I feel a lot safer if these 2 were 2k counters. Hopefully he blocks with the kid or something.
Okay, so he counters the 7 with 3 1k counters, it looks like. Yeah, maybe I go for board now. Seems like a good time to switch focus. I just have to live. Or if I was smart, I would have done 6 item, and if he took, then I could unblockable 7k to try to go for game. But I'm not that smart. We'll just increase our chances of living here. Maybe that was a mistake. If I went for life, he would have blocked with Kid. And I get rid of the 6k blocker that way. Yeah, I think that was a misplay. I shouldn't have gone for the 5ks. He had ace in hand. Well, yeah, he can clear board really easily now. My blocker will still be up though. So there goes my Weeble. Then they can bottom deck Gecko. They can attack into the others. Oh, they attack? Huh. So now he can't bottom deck anything? Eh? So he cheats something out. Reiju draws cards. He only has Ein as an attacker now. Unless he wants to use the Kid, but I don't think he does. Okay, I actually think I win this one. Unless he got like a Shariah right now. Okay, 1 Dawn. He's gonna Gordon one of my 5ks and attack into it. Looks like it. But yeah, I can just block. So Ein 6. Ein 5. Block. Maybe he uses the Kid to attack too. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, I can just Gravity Blade here. I think that's better. Gravity Blade. You. Let's get rid of these Kaidos in my hand. So yeah, there's a 6. I should have done the 5 first. I don't know why I did the 6 first. If he takes this, then the math may still not be in my favor. But yeah, since I did it this way, it's going to be 3 6ks. I think that's my best bet. To burn as much counter as I can. Okay, he does counter for 2 1ks. Do I do 6 6 or 5 7? I think I do 5 7. So here's 5. Then I just kill Ein. If he does have counter. Okay, he does have counter, so Ein's dead. Wait, is that what I do? No, I have Femur, so no matter what he plays. I only die if he gets a rush card. So we'll see. 2 cards in hand. If it's rush, I may be dead. Looks like he drew rush. So 8. If I can counter this, I'm good. Unless he has 2 rush. Right? If he plays rush, he has 3 attacks max. If he had done 9, I think he would have had it. Pretty sure this cheeky guy just top deck a Kid and Killer. So here's 7 of my characters. 7 again. There's no way I lose this now. Okay, Law. Now we'll see if that last card in his hand is a Kid and Killer. Just swing 7 at him. Reveal it. He drew a blocker too, just everything he needed at the last second. Right, it's a Kid blocker, a Law blocker, and then a Kid and Killer in hand, I bet. Yep, he drew everything he needed for every single situation there, but I just happened to have Femur. Okay, bye. Playing DOFLAMINGO versus Black Yellow Luffy. We'll keep this. 2 top 5 organizers is good, I guess. They whiffed their search, which is good for us, I guess. We'll play Pudding. 2 more, oh, not Pudding, Perona, and 2 more Peronas come up. We can get rid of him with the Dofi, but for now, what do we take? Next turn, I want to get Jinbei in hand and then cheat out Mihawk. No, I want to get Mihawk and cheat out Jinbei. Like that. And we'll pass. 8 at me, I guess we'll take... What does this trigger do? Nothing. I can bounce Perona back to hand. Now let's keep it out. Okay, we'll just hit him for 8 and cheat out Jinbei. And we'll cheat out Dofa. And we'll just get rid of all this. Yeah. Sounds good. We'll pass. Oh yeah, my negative time is over, so I'm happy now. DOFLAMINGO, yay! 6 at us will counter 2. Okay, they Kuzan. Well, if I Boa, he cannot attack and give me cost reduction. Is that what I do though? I don't know what's on top. It's a blind leader hit. I want to get him more cards in hand before I putting him. So let's just swing 5 with lead. He'll keep taking, right? Or maybe he'll actually start countering. No, he doesn't respect the pudding. 5 Jinbei. If he takes this one, I'll play pudding instead of boa. He's gonna counter, right? Take it, please take it. I left 6 on up to forecast a boa. Oh, you didn't fall for it. I can still get 2 cards. Nah, I want more cards, so we'll play boa. Freeze. That's it. I'll let him flampe himself 2 times and then I'll pudding. Glorious pudding. I want to get 4 cards at least. That would make me very happy. AK at my Jinbi. Save my Jinbi. And then 4 down for another Kuzan. Ooh, 2 Kuzans. That's not good. Well, Gravity Blade would be nice here. We'll hit him with the boa. They took it. And they got a Luffy trigger. Great. Let's make them take their last life too then. If possible. So we'll do 8 at them. Blind leader. Into a law. Nice. They're going to counter 4 because they know we have pudding. Yeah. They're playing around it. So we're not going to pudding then. Maybe I got too greedy with the puddings. So play Gecko. Take back the blocker Dofa. And pass. He respect the pudding. Very nice. Lampe. Well, I'll still have another chance, I think. Now he's gonna drop 2 brothers out of his hand right now. Probably, most likely. Is my boa safe? I guess they could always pop her with the popping Luffy. This one. Egghead Luffy. So I think I try to protect my board. Do I protect the 4K body? Probably the boa is what I prioritize. So 5 at the 4K. -4 to the boa. Okay, maybe she's not long for the world. Yeah, they're gonna bring back a Luffy, pop boa, and then I don't know what to do from there. Dang, I should have pudding sooner. I got too greedy. Yeah, Egghead Luffy and then a Sabo too. And I bet they have both. So Luffy pops. Sabo pop too. Okay, they have a 2-cost Sabo right on time. Well, they have 1 blocker. If I had Femur, I think I'd have a pretty good chance at killing him, but it's a 1-up copy in my deck. Okay, we get Gravity Blade. That's good. So Gravity, bottom deck. Do Blind Leader. Boa. I guess I should have just swung 5s at him and then played the blocker to set up. Yeah, or whatever. Whatever, we got rid of 2 things that he can bring back. He still got another Sabo and a Luffy in discard though. Okay, Garp. They're finding stuff to play, I guess. We just need a couple more Gravity Blades to get rid of all his options. Okay, so they're gonna pop again with Luffy and then Sabo up again. Yeah. Do your thing. And if I top deck a Femur, I'll just go all in. Because I could do 15k, he has 5 cards, 9k stat line. I think that's a pretty good chance at killing him if I did find a Femur. So yeah. Nope. Oh yeah, wait, we knew it was boa. So we can DOFLAMINGO to set up. But there's the Femur. Okay, so do I go for Femur or do I go for Gravity Blade? I think I go for Femur. And then I'm not gonna leader ability, so we'll just put Gravity Blade there. We'll have boa too. Something like that. And this turn we will boa, free Sabo, bottom deck the Garp, and pass. Right. So what he could do to play around the Femur is to not use 2 brothers. That's a Gecko coming out, right? Okay, Luffy and Sabo again. Gecko. And Luffy will draw him a card, 5 cards. Dang. And then Sabo will probably filter 2Ks into his hand. So I don't like the sound of that. So they're gonna pop my DOFLAMINGO for sure. Yep. Swing at me for 11 or something. Yep. We'll have to take.
Right, here goes. We'll do... Should we do 1-9 with Boa to just throw him off? No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, we'll just femur. Swing 15, hope it's enough. Nope, looks like it's not. Okay, let's see if we can survive. Dang, if it was one turn earlier, I might have gotten it. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, just a little too late. And I don't have a second femur, so I can't get past these sabos anymore. Okay, Luffy. If he splits with the sabos, what is that? 9, 9, 10. Oh, he did have another gecko after all. Okay, he brings up the Luffys. Swings at me for 11. Okay, I think I win then, right? Why do you do it that way? Huh? Wait, do I win? So 9 Boa. 9 DOFLAMINGO. Oh wait, I can't make pudding into a 9. Shoot. Oh wait, then I just Gravity Blade here. And then Boa kills. Yippee!
Jetzt zocke ich Fortnite und trink Cola. Yippee!
I forgot about Gravity Blade. It was right there in my hand. I just drew it this turn. I still hate DOFLAMINGO. Bye. We have DOFLAMINGO versus Gecko Moria. We'll keep this. We have Perona at least. And we're going first. So that's 2 good things going for us. The worst part about this is that I'm playing Gecko Moria and I hate that guy. So we'll draw Boa. Then leader ability Jinbei into Weevil to draw a Gecko like that. And then we'll draw Kaido and then leader ability Gecko. Got it. Pass. Yeah, Weevil drawing a card kind of messes up a lot of your DOFLAMINGO muscle memories, but I didn't have any anyway. So Jinbei out, Weevil out, draw out, pass out, they took out. Yeah, I guess that's one benefit to not learning DOFLAMINGO until 7 sets later, is that I don't develop bad habits from the older cards. 7 at Jinbei, I think. I'll let him die, right? Does he leader ability? He didn't leader ability. We have similar leader abilities actually. He pulls from discard, I pull from top card of life, of deck. But he did trash, so he's deciding what to bring back. If he brings back a hog back, it's just a 5k out. Do it. Wait, don't you discard a card from hand too? Oh, right. Hog back and then 2 cards. Oh, he brings back the Sindri instead. Maybe I counter this. Yeah, we're crazy. Let's counter. Okay, we drew Kaido, and I want to leader ability, right? I set it up that way. So I'll do that first. Yep, Vanilla Gecko. They took that. Okay, Jinbei 6. Counter 2, Weevil 7. They took, we'll pass. So I took 4k counter to save Jinbei for them to defend with the 2k. Was that worth it in the end? I don't think so. But I guess he's gonna take another hit right now unless he can KO it somehow. Yeah, that's the tricky thing about defending your characters against black decks. They could just kill it via KO effects later. So 5 at Jinbei. He's gonna do 6 at lead. Or 6 at Jinbei after. Counter 1. I don't know, what am I doing? I'm probably throwing right now by doing this. 6 at him, we'll counter 2, and he brings back a hog back. We'll make him worth it, worth the 6k counter that I've used on him so far. So hog back brings back a Gecko for sure. That's what they can do next turn, yes. Oh, they took back Perona. Okay, we'll counter 2, he probably has another in hand then. We'll do Perona 2 at Sindri. Do I want a blind leader? Or do I want to develop Hancock? Hancock probably better. So Jinbei 5. Make it worth. Then a bunch of 6Ks, or should I do some 7s too? We'll do 5 at lead. Okay, they counter 1, Weevil 6. Counter 1, 2, Gecko 7. They'll take this, I think. Yep. They'll play Boa, freeze Hogback, pass, or stun Hogback.
And I guess I could have just bottom decked the Sindri that way instead of killing with Perona. I get Perona and Pudding mixed up. I know who they are, it's just their names are too similar that, like, I don't know, there's like a word for it where you associate one name with the wrong character. Or like wrong image in your mind. There has to be a word, right? Oh, they just concede? Too much pressure, DOFLAMINGO. Okay. This is revenge for all the times I've lost to Gecko Moria as Red Purple Law, I guess. I play a deck that's good into it. Bye. DOFLAMINGO versus Lucci. I think this matchup is impossible, but we'll just play it out anyway. That'll be a good exercise, I guess. So we're gonna blind leader. Pass. If they have the stage card, it's auto lose. Okay, auto lose game for us. Blind leader. Okay, we hit something. Boa's just gonna die to any removal they have. I think we'll just put her there anyway. We're not gonna play it next turn, so we'll draw Pudding. Leader ability, and then we're not gonna leader ability either. Yeah, like that. Because we're gonna Jinbei into Weevil. Pass. Get 5 at my blocker, we'll let him die. Play Khalifa. Do 6 at them. Then Jinbei into Weevil. They span dam. Maybe we drop the Boa after all then, next turn. They're at 6 now. Maybe I should hit their hand with the Puddings now, actually. 5 at us. Okay, Sabo's coming out, it looks like. We'll counter 1. We'll Khalifa 2. We'll take that one. Oh no, Lucci coming out. Oh, Rebecca into Spandine. Brook. That's more annoying. So Pudding. We'll do a blind leader. Into Brook. Perona. Okay, they block. We'll do 5 into Brook. They still have a Gecko though. We'll see. 4 cards in hand, 5 cards. If he does have Gecko, there's Lucci and Helmappo in discard. Okay, it looks like he has what he needs. It looks like... Yep. We're screwed. Even if you're putting him, he still has everything he needs. That clears my board. So Perona. Lead into Weevil and draw 2k. Guess we'll do 8 at them. Weevil out. And we'll play Gecko. Take back. Guess the blocker and pass. Not that it matters. I think it's too late now. He got everything he needed. We just needed like one angle of inconsistency in his deck, but looks like we got none of it. So 6 add to Weevil. We counter 1. 9 add to Weevil. I don't know, counter 4. Go for the aggro angle. But yeah, they can just kill it with Brook anytime. 7 at him, 6 at him. Counter 1. So if he wants to play another 8 drop, okay, he's not going to do that. 6 at him again, we'll counter 1. They'll kill with Khalifa. Yes, okay. Maybe I can get him to 0 and then top deck a Femur. That's one angle. Never mind, he'd play a blocker. Great. So we will Boa here and then stop the Brook from attacking. And then we will attack for 8 blind leader. Let's take a 2k. They block, counter 3, probably. Yep. I just didn't want the Brook to kill my Boa before I could attack with her. Hopefully he doesn't have any other KO outlets in his hand. Okay, 5 from Khalifa. I'll take it. 6 from leader. Looks like they have a 8 cost Sabo in hand. 6 at me will counter. Sabo me 6, take. 9 me, take. Gum. Bounce Perona back. Yep, 8 cost Sabo kills both of these.
And we'll concede. Bye.
Card D Kaizoku.